There's often a well-known trade-off when it comes to launching or expanding a property development business, and that is that you may have the technical expertise to be able to undertake developments, but you don't have the financial resources to do so, or you may be somebody that does have the financial resources, but you don't have the technical know-how to get started in property development. Now, this is exactly where joint venturing in property development comes into play, which is all based around partnering with somebody to help plug the skills or resources gap and create win-win scenarios for each other to succeed in the area of property development. And so in this video, I'm going to be explaining what joint venturing in property development is and how you can go about aligning yourself with a joint venture partner to succeed in property development. My name is Aaron. I'm a chartered quantity surveyor and owner of Hayden Construction Services, a management consultant to the real estate development and construction industry. And so without further ado, let's get into the video. So what is joint venturing in property development? It's essentially a business arrangement between two or more people who pool resources together to undertake property developments. Now, these resources could be, for example, capital, land and buildings, technical expertise, or labour. And the joint venture parties will therefore share some of the responsibilities and risks of the property development, and they will also share in some of the profit at the end of the project. And so let's have a look at some examples of who joint venture partners could be. The first joint venture partner could be individuals who already own land and buildings. Now, these individuals typically come from all walks of life. They could be individuals who have been successful in other areas of the business world and they've decided to invest in purchasing land or purchasing buildings, or they could be individuals who have inherited land and buildings. And these individuals are often in a great position because they already own a fantastic resource which positions them to be a great joint venture partner in a development. Although they own resources such as land and buildings, they may not have the technical expertise to be able to develop the project and make a good profit. And so there's a couple of different scenarios where these individuals can find joint venture partners. One of them could be working with a consultant, such as a chartered quantity surveyor, who can partner with them to develop the project, or they could make a decision to partner with a contractor who has experience in building the developments which is due to be undertaken. Another good joint venture partner is the construction professional. And these are going to be your guys like your chartered quantity surveyors, as I mentioned, your architects, structural engineers, or project managers who have a lot of technical expertise in construction projects, but they don't necessarily have the financial resources or other resources such as land and buildings. And so they therefore need to partner with somebody who does own those resources and create a joint venture partnership. Now, this is a pretty good scenario to be in because as a construction professional who does have the technical expertise, if you can find good deals, you should be able to find the financial resources to be able to undertake them. And this is quite an attractive proposition for another joint venture partner, for example, somebody that already owns land and buildings, because as the construction professional, you can demonstrate to your joint venture partners, whether that be investors or land and building owners, that you're a safe pair of hands who's built many projects for your clients in the past, and you can therefore achieve results on this project in return for a split on the profits. Another type of joint venture partner would be your high net worth individuals. And these are individuals who are already wealthy, they've made their money in various different businesses, they may have inherited a large financial sum, they may be somebody who's in their retirement age, they have a good pension which they've cashed in and they're thinking about investing it into property development deals. These are a really good joint venture partner because they can bankroll projects. But again, there is a potential for a skills gap and a knowledge gap when it comes to getting started in property development. And so therefore, these individuals would definitely benefit from a joint venture partner, somebody who has experience in delivering projects. And that could be in the form of the construction professional that we discussed earlier, such as your chartered quantity surveyors or your project managers or architects. And that then gives them the confidence to invest their money alongside their joint venture partner who is technically experienced so that they can achieve results together and create those win-win scenarios that we talked about at the start of the video. And so how do you go about finding a joint venture partner? Well, finding a joint venture partner is not an easy feat because you're dealing with large sums of capital and other high value resources that people are going to be extremely protective of. And rightly so. If you've worked hard to build your wealth and build a strong financial position, and if you've inherited or you've invested in land and buildings, you're going to be very protective about who you decide to jump into bed with when it comes to forming a joint venture partnership. It's all based around trust. And if you don't trust other people to do business with them, then you simply walk away and you don't do business with them. But this is what makes it slightly tricky to find joint venture partners. But there are a few things that you can do to get started in finding the right joint venture partner for you, depending on who you are as a joint venture partner yourself. But the best place to start is always with friends and family, your immediate network of people who already know you. Hopefully, they like you and trust you and respect you. These are going to be the guys that you first approach to see if there is anything that you can do to strike up a joint venture partnership. For example, if you're technically experienced and you come from a background in project delivery, such as a quantity surveyor or a project manager, your best bet is to seek financial support in the form of some joint venture financing. And those are going to be individuals in your family, relatives, it could be friends of family, for example. And you essentially look at your network to see who you can find who likes you, trusts you, and has a respect for you and would be interested in investing in deals that you bring to the table. Likewise, if you're a land or a building owner, again, reaching out to your immediate network to see if there's anybody within your close contacts, such as your friends and family, who have experience in project management or commercial management, quantity surveying, or if they know somebody that may be interested in coming on board as a joint venture partner. That's always a good place to start as well. And likewise, if you're a contractor, you're somebody that owns labor, again, it's going to be a case of finding somebody that can finance your projects or somebody that you can partner with who has a lot of technical experience, who can come to the table and help get things through planning, for example, or zoning. Your immediate network is going to be your best place to start. Beyond that, it's going to be how do you find people outside of your network? And that could be in the form of attending networking events. It could be using social media such as LinkedIn to connect with people who are also looking for joint venture partners. But before you get to that stage, and in fact, before you even reach out to your immediate network of friends and family, it's always best practice to have a business plan and a strategy in place for the goals that you have for your property development business. And this is going to help you to outline who is a suitable joint venture partner to bring into the business and how the profit split is going to work based on what it is that you're bringing to the table. And if you have a business plan in place, at least you have something tangible that you can sit down with somebody over and say, look, this is the plan, this is the strategy for what I want to achieve in terms of property developments, this is the asset class, this is my current position, and I'm looking for somebody that can come on board. When you already have a business plan in place, it makes it so much easier to approach joint venture partners and set out the plan and the strategy and the goals for the business. Also, see if you can get connected through other professionals. Attending industry events is also a great way to find potential joint venture partners. For example, if you're a land or a building owner and you're looking to find a professional who you can joint venture with, then attend professional networking events at specific institutions. So, for example, if you're thinking about bringing an architect on board as a joint venture partner, then find architectural events where those professionals are going to be. There's plenty of other property development networking events that happen all across the country. Join up with those. Again, come along with your business plan, speak to other people, network, and make sure that you're putting yourself out there to find the right people to joint venture with. And so that's it for today's video. I really hope you got something useful out of this. Consider giving this video a like, comment below, let me know if you're looking for a joint venture partner. Once again, I'm Aaron, a chartered quantity surveyor and owner of Hayden Construction Services, management consultant to the real estate development and construction sector. And I'll see you in the next one.